now that you say that, I can't unsee it. You're absolutely right.
The Reclaimer, let's talk about that first, because I was going to go in a totally different direction.
You can make as much money as you need and work your way towards any ship in the game.
They were trying to cash in off of that nostalgia and that hype.
That is some old nostalgic music, because it's been so long since we've been on air. Welcome to Open Comms Radio, your Star Citizen call-in show. I'm Jar Jar, and I have a very special guest this evening. My usual co-host Tav couldn't make it. He may not be back for a few weeks here, but in his place this week, Cosmic Hobo.
Howdy.
Howdy, dude. Co-hosting Open Comms Radio. How you been doing this week? How you been doing in Star Citizen?
Oh boy, that's a loaded question for a number of reasons, and well, sticking to Star Citizen, even that's a tough one. I couldn't log on for the past 3 days, like to live. That is, for whatever reason, PTU was fine. I got on. I played through the new Onyx facility with Broccoli Rob and Murphy Jack. We ran through those. It's amazing, and I'm so glad they didn't just spoil it. CIG didn't just spoil it during today's Inside Star Citizen. It's worth doing either on your own or just in a duo or a small squad. It's very entertaining. The level design is amazing. We had comparisons to, and I know this is probably a little overstated, but just the themology is similar to Half-Life. The style, the themes, the appearance, and it's a quality, like a lot of, they were clearly playing either Half-Life. I've heard Tarkov suggested as well. Apparently there is a lab level in Tarkov. I never played Tarkov, so I can't really. I don't know. But abiotic factor, which is kind of very much Half-Life inspired, like they wear that very much on their sleeve. Maybe someone.
What was that? Abiotic factor?
Abiotic factor.
Abiotic factor. What is that? What do you mean?
It's
Is that a game you're referencing?
Yeah. It's it's a survival game, base building, but it takes place inside of this scientific facility that's kind of collapsing and experiencing a catastrophe, like multiple catastrophes, and part of the game is kind of figuring out what those catastrophes are with a side of base building and survival. So it takes a lot of the linear but open world. It's linear in the sense that you're stuck within this giant lab facility, but it's still open world in that there's a hub area that you can go to different wings to find out other pieces of the mystery. And this new Onyx facility, without spoiling too much, is similar in that aspect. There's no base building yet. We're not going to see that in Star Citizen for a while. I think we'll possibly see a super buggy, super stripped down, limited version of base building by the end of the year. But the Onyx facilities are a whole new thing for Star Citizen. And honestly, if this is the kind of level design and storytelling we're going to see in Squadron 42, it has rekindled my hope for Squadron 42.
Okay, that's good. That's actually good news, because I needed a lot of hope.
Mm-hmm.
Because
we all need hope.
My most recent Star Citizen experience was painful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, 3 days I couldn't log into the game. It just would not. I would sit in the login screen, and it would eventually time out. And eventually started giving me the error that I needed to type in to the issue council, and then went, oh, it's probably your VPN. I'm like, why did it even let me into the game if this is a VPN problem?
Right.
Like,
did you 30K?
No, it was a new number. Like, it was like 4,000 175 or something. Let me
Okay.
see. It was It was 40,000 or 41,070. It's a
Dude,
very specific error code.
okay. Well, I 30K'd, which actually wasn't my worst experience. I did 30K. I did pop right back in.
Mhm.
But 2 or 3 days ago, I had started the delivery mission, the large delivery mission, and I
Yep.
picked everything up, and I had a time of it. I was doing other things, and then other people kept coming down, so I was like helping people with their cargo, but I didn't care. I have like 3 runs left.
Yeah.
Anyway, I take it all. I pack it. I fly back, fly into my hangar, get in my Atlas, get out. Hangar disappears.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah. And guess who was not wearing his helmet?
Oh no.
So
You got space.
and
Yeah.
I'm in an Atlas, so I can't like put my helmet on or whatever,
Right.
and I choke, and so I
Uh-huh.
haven't been back in since. I don't know if my C2, I had a C2. I don't know if it still has the cargo in it. I'm assuming it doesn't. I'm assuming I'm going to have to claim everything.
Yeah, you probably will,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah. So, however, before that, and you were with me, dude. We did the worm again.
Yeah, that's cool.
Worms looking pretty interesting. It looks like they've added some movement to the worm.
Yeah, it's terrifying now. Before it was just kind of a big, cool set piece you set off in the distance and kind of
Yeah,
shot at and wasted large amounts of ammo, and then was just like, hey, it's dead, cool.
yeah.
And your biggest threat was either the little worms or players, usually players. But now it's scary.
The worm moves around the map, so it doesn't just stay in one location, and it has a move.
The
They gave it
body
like a
slam.
body slam, dude. I think it's got 2. It's got body slam. I think it like just it does what that says body slam, slams down. But then there's another one where like it gets low and then it stretches out as like kind of like a snake coming out of a hole and like
Mm,
charges.
hmm Yeah.
Um, yeah, I've been hit by all of it. It did glitch through the facility a few times. But usually when it glitched through the facility, it was just visual. It didn't like harm. We did have one person who got harmed by the radiation.
Yeah.
The radiation it spits goes through the walls, and you can still get irradiated. I don't know if that's on purpose or not. I'm assuming
Really shouldn't
that's a
be.
bug.
It's
Yeah.
probably a bug. They probably added all the animation, then the design team was just like, "You did what now?" It's like, and then now it does all these things that they did not originally plan. Well, someone planned at some point, but then they didn't implement the safeguards to keep it from. Well, I remember it being exactly just directly next to the shuttle. So once you got off the shuttle, you'd look to your right and there would be this giant worm. And if you didn't move immediately, you would die.
Yeah.
Really
Pretty
shouldn't
much.
sit right there. That's a bad spot for it to be.
I mean,
Like,
I liked when you're coming in with the shuttle and there's just the worm right there.
yeah,
Like, I like
it's
the
cool, but
visual of that.
the visual is great. But then you realize, like, is the shuttle flying through? Oh, the shuttle's flying like through it. It doesn't really do that, but it should have
Yeah.
like an exclusion zone where it only like pops up on the earth and ground a little further away.
Well, you did mention the design team.
hmm
And speaking of the design team,
Oh yes,
you chose
tonight's
this week's
question.
question. Yeah, you introduce it. It's all yours, buddy.
All right, so I'm sure we're all aware of the new ship coming out in 4.3, and so tonight's question is, what's up with that fin thingy?
What's up with
Could
that
you
fin thing?
pull up the picture of it so we can get?
Oh, I didn't.
Or do you not have
I'll do it.
the?
I'll do it in post. I'll do it in
Okay.
post.
So if you're listening / watching this after, take a look at your screen. That should be the wolf, and you see that on the bottom, and you might see a few more depending on what picture is chosen.
Mm.
That's the fin thingy. Why is there a fin thingy? Like
Because
they
wolves
even
have fins.
and
Wolves.
they brought they pointed it out during the during the inside start or the preview for it. It's just like you're calling attention to this for a reason, and I get it, but it's like it's a very interesting decision. They did say elsewhere on Spectrum later on that they're looking to see how to manually retract it in the future. So they're going to maybe add a button on the dash that allows you to retract it, hopefully soon, TM. Because otherwise it looks great in my opinion. Like I like the design, but that fin, just why?
It's so annoying. I mean, well, I
Why?
don't. Maybe people really like it.
I have not
If
heard
this were
anyone
a
actually
boat,
like it yet. But
look, man, if this could also swim, then that fin I'd kind of like. I'd get it.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I can see it later on when we have the new. It's going to come up, the new flight model. That's it could play a role in that with yaw, but for now it's just like, okay, why?
Well, you never know. Maybe CIG's thinking ahead. Maybe they're 3 or 4 steps ahead of us.
Yeah, sometimes I doubt. Well, okay, I frequently doubt that, but maybe.
Well, speaking of someone who is both ahead of the curve and frequently doubts many things, our first guest this week is our oldest guest of all time. We're going to pull him up here. This is Wicket. You know him, you love him. Wicket, welcome to Open Comms Radio. What's up with that fin thingy?
Citizens.
Citizen.
Wicked.
I don't even remember how many times I've called in, but
I knew it, dude. I knew it. I was waiting. I was like, he has no idea.
it's like 24th
I felt
time
it.
caller, long time
Something like that.
listener, long time bullshitter.
Finally, yes.
Anyway,
Great.
so I was thinking of, I saw the question in the Discord, the fin.
Yeah.
What's with the fin thingy? And the first thing that came to mind was last week's title you put on the upload to YouTube from the live show of Open Comms, and you called it "Is CIG rudderless?" And that is the answer to the question. No, not anymore. They put one on a ship. So CIG is no longer rudderless.
We've got our answer, folks. Thanks for coming. Have a great night, everyone.
The other thought I had was when you're a ship that's part of such a diverse universe, you have to have some way to navigate through all the sloppy bullshit. So they threw a fin on it so it could stay the course. It could stay the course right to the bank and wouldn't lose its way.
Well, it's not overpriced.
I don't even know how much it is.
I saw them. They posted it today. It's okay. It's $100, $90 war bond, which kind of is in line.
Does it have a quantum drive?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the first Kruger ship with a quantum drive.
It's the first Kruger ship, technically. The others have been snubs.
Well, isn't that a ship too? Aren't the Merlin and the Archimedes ships?
Tomato.
They're ships. They just
sure.
They're kind of like the Fury. They don't have a quantum drive. They have to be transported.
That's true. I mean, we have ships in the real world. They don't have quantum drives, and we still call them ships. So
exactly. Well, anyway, I mean, it seems kind of pointless, that whole thing, because any kind of control surfaces have absolutely no effect in the current game. So whether it's if it's just a flying square, it shouldn't matter because it has no effect. I guess it's it's a design choice. It's a choice. Who knows what it means? I could imagine something like that would be cool if it was big enough to where it allows you to go down, like fly map of the Earth. If you know what I mean by that, where the fin could stick down in the water and it keeps you at just above the waves, and flying super close to the ocean on an ocean planet or something. That would be cool. Kind of.
Yeah, because like, what's a spaceship need with a?
Yeah. There's all kinds of things you could think about. There's that could be cool. It reminds me also of some kind of anime thing I once saw years and years ago that had something like that. It had like a ventricles fin like that below the hull of the ship, but and it kind of stuck in the ground somehow. I forgot what it did exactly. It just something that popped in my mind when I first saw the ship.
I know most folks are comparing it to the swordfish from Cowboy Bebop.
Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. Maybe that's where I saw
The
it.
swordfish. Which one's that?
With Spike's ship in Cowboy Bebop, the main character,
Okay. Yeah. It's called the
the
swordfish.
red one. Yeah, Swordfish 2, technically.
That's what I was
Or-
thinking in my brain. And they have a red one too, and his was
Yep.
red. If I recall. Yeah.
Yeah, and also the name of that one is a reference to Porco Rosso. So, yeah, like because it's like the Rosso, so like the red, but it's his main character in Porco Rosso had a red aircraft as well, just like that.
See, they're creative. They're putting things in there. They're letting us know they're fans too.
Oh yeah, I mean they've done so many Star
They
Wars
like the
references
same
with this one
things we
too.
like. Oh yeah.
this
If you
new
saw this
ship-
week's yeah.
This new ship, it has bespoke size 4 Gatling.
All right, here it goes. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mhm.
this tiny ass ship has these huge guns. Now, they're ballistic. They're going to run out of ammo, so that's the Achilles heel. But that's crazy.
They have a lot of ammo for ballistics. They really upped the ammo count. It's like over 4,000 for those, I think.
Wow. And
Oh, did
and it's
they?
size 4.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of worth it.
Yeah. Still ballistic.
Yeah, but size 4.
Yeah.
I think my Zeus has size 4s on the nose, so I wouldn't say it's that big.
Yeah, but look how big the Zeus is comparatively.
Yeah. It's true. But this, so I was comparing this more to the Arrow because it's a light fighter. And I haven't heard anyone compare it to the Arrow yet. But when they advertised it, sounds like it's very flimsy, the ship itself. So if it can be taken down easily, I'm not opposed to it having strong guns.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna be in the air very long anyway. Just someone has to have a good lock on you, and bada bing, bada boom.
It's a glass cannon. Speedy glass cannon.
Well, we really won't know what it does and how well it does until it's kind of like released in the wider game sphere, and it has to survive or thrive in multiple different environments. Who knows? It may be the next meta ship, or it may be just $100 paperweight.
I think it'll do
I
well.
love it. I love the look of it. I love that pulp. I mean, you know me. I like the Freelancer. I like those I like rounded ships and sleek ships and ships that look like they're kind of 3D printed in one piece. Like I love that. And this kind of hits all that. I'm considering putting this into my fleet. I don't have a fighter. I've been wanting a fighter. I would have to melt my Pulse, my Atlas, and then I'd probably be able to get this. So is it worth a Pulse and an Atlas?
Maybe. Fly it in game first.
That's what I'm thinking.
See what you think of it.
And it's not the only ship on the horizon. We have, I heard somewhere, 6 known ships coming before the end of the year.
Yeah, that tracks. That's roughly what the monthly update said. I'd have to pull it up to get the specifics, but
Well, via
like
the
a third of those
Ironclad.
are the Apollo anyway.
Yep.
Ironclad probably won't make it till next year.
Oh, you don't think so?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to be this year. I think they're going to push it big for whatever DrakeCon is doing next year for Invictus. Their Invictus alternative, which is DrakeCon, because they weren't invited. And then they came back this year because DIG didn't want to put effort into making a whole nother convention, which, yeah, that's fair.
Well, looking at the funding, we're in August 2025. We're we're already where we were in November of 2024.
Yeah, they're good. They have no need to, and yet they still will pump out some popular ships. Like the Apollo is probably coming this year. Perseus, that'll be a big seller. Apollo, Perseus, and if they do both Apollos, that's 3 right there. I think they're going to do both at the same
Where
time.
there's 2 Apollos?
Yeah, there's the Apollo Medevac. I can't remember the exact naming. It's the slightly heavier armored Apollo. It is the Apollo Triage and the Apollo Medevac, and the Medevac is a kind of heavier armored, slower with better missiles.
Very interesting. But they're both medical ships.
Yes.
Why wouldn't you get the more heavily armored one? I mean, it's got to be a lot slower.
We don't know yet, but it probably will be slower. Yeah. I mean, price is another thing. Like the Apollo Triage is cheaper than the Apollo Medevac, not by much. It's like $25, I think. So that's
Well, any talk
relatively.
of armor is irrelevant right now because we don't even know what that means.
This is true. Well, Wicket, is there anything else you want to say before I pull up our next guest?
No, I'm sure I'll come up with some other condescending comment. Bring them up.
All right. Well,
all right.
This next guest, you know him, you love him. He's got a swanky old voice. Lord Anubis, welcome to Open Comms Radio, your Star Citizen call-in show. Lord Anubis, what's up with that fin thingy?
It's a keel fin
Well, yeah, but why?
because it's supposed to look like a sailboat. It's supposed to look like a boat. That's what the
Hmm.
dev said. It's supposed to look like a boat.
The dinghy.
Yeah, they wanted a space boat, and
Most of the ships are space boats to some extent, quite
it,
literally at times.
it also needed a fin so it doesn't get blown over in the space water.
Mm-hmm. True.
And the flight model is underwater, but it's not space, so makes sense.
I remember when that was literal, like back in the day, and I'm talking back early pre-Port Olisar days, when the engine was literally just space but water, or water but space. Like the code was still there for treating it as water. So when you would run out of quote oxygen, you would actually drown instead of like, running out of oxygen in space like one would.
Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's great. That's not a thing I think they would need to do in a game, but I guess I don't know. I guess that if
What's
they had it,
CryEngine?
yeah, they had it, so they just implemented it like a shortcut. Sig
Yeah.
told me they never take shortcuts.
Well,
well,
hmm,
I mean, it's 12 years and it's not even their engine still.
it is now. Star Engine is far more their engine than it used to be.
Yeah, but they took a shortcut.
Yeah, Anubis, let's get back on this because I brought this up last week and I thought it was really funny. You said if Star Citizen were a submarine game, the submarine gameplay would be perfect.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's just do a thing. Let's just lobby them to make it Sequest DSV the game.
It wouldn't take too much, I
10
don't
people
think.
that get that reference are very happy right now.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I'm disappointed.
I know you I know Sequest. But what did you say? Sequest DMV? What'd you say?
DSV.
DSV.
That was the name of the show.
On Adult Swim?
No, not that one.
Oh, that's
that
the
was
one I know. C-Lab 2020.
Yeah, C-Lab's way different. No.
All right, do it again, but change the reference to C-Lab so people understand it.
Yeah, so as you asked me to repeat to change this for people to hear the second time, it it just converted over to C Lab 2020.
Oh, that'd be such a good game, dude.
Did that
Good
work for
thinking.
the clip?
Yeah, that worked.
No, good job. We'll edit that in later.
Yeah. Well, they have this new Kruger ship that you're right, man. It looks like it could be on the ocean.
Oh, Don Davis. Let's compose.
Yeah, I
Sorry, I
mean,
pulled up the Wikipedia page.
it's cool. You know, it's cool. I mean, the thing is that um, I don't know. I mean, like, I'm not into light fighters in the game because they don't make much of an effect. They're
Yeah.
great for fighting each other, but nowadays when you've got Idrises and everything like that, there's really nothing you can do with a light fighter. I mean, most people are just armored up.
That's true. I mean, even if you had 20 light fighters against an Idris, that's just 20 targets for the people in the Idris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's such a power disparity that I mean, I barely find any reason to use my F7A a lot of times. I go into combat and it's just, if it's anything larger than, like, let's say a 600i, it's hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the most fun I ever had in a combat ship is like in the Hurricane. That's just one of my favorites. And they do have the little missions. I mean, they have all the missions you take and the bounties you can take. So it's not like in terms of a PvE though, there's still a great use for these ships. Like you can take your Kruger Wolf out and start doing bounties. So it's really just in the PvP sphere that you have that kind of pay to win level still, where all someone has to do is roll up in their Idris or Polaris, and everyone else in those smaller ships is just pretty much done.
Yeah. And they do need to, I mean, we've got a lot of PvP in the game, but one of the things about, player bounties is that, yeah, you don't know what to bring and they're just going to jump around anyways. Um and so they need something that's light and fast, which a good light fighter would be great for. So you can actually get in and actually fight them, but nowadays, if they're up armored, then you're moving in something slow too, and they just jump away.
I think a lot of that's where um, precision targeting was supposed to play a role, but since so many ships lack full components passes, that there's no real point in precision targeting anything because you're not going to hit it probably anyway, and it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So they want you like shoot on these big ships. They want you to shoot these components. Like those that aren't aware is that ships should have physicalized components. And a small ship should, in theory, do better at homing in on, say, the power plant or the shield generator on a ship that it's attacking than if you're just like a turret gunner and you're at the will of the pilot pointing you at the right thing at the right time.
Yeah, but not all these ships have these components,
All right.
right. So like we have 6 new ships coming up, I think, supposedly this year. I'd like to see them do some gold passes or bring a lot of these other ships up to snuff, because if they're going to keep releasing ships that, for example, have these bespoke ballistic cannons on them, then I want to see like the gameplay that, like, why are you releasing all these ballistic ships if it's not really the meta right now, or if like people don't want that because it's just not useful. So if you have a new flight model, engineering, or whatever that you have coming into the game, and then you release it, and only 3 ships, it only applies to 3 or 4 ships that you just released, well, then people are going to be a little upset about that, because I'm going to be coming around in my ship that I bought 10 years ago.
It's
8 years ago.
interesting. It's interesting that you say release, and that got me thinking. Well, the cure for all this, right, is to do the gold pass, do system componentry. So like Hobo was saying that precision targeting has a use. You're trying to disable components, and maybe eventually armor will come into play and whatever. But there's no money in a cure. There's only money in the treatment. And of course, I'm going to go back to they have no incentive to fix the old chips. Like, what's the incentive to fix the Atlas?
Self-respect,
The Atlas, the Avenger Titan.
reputation.
That's a ship that's been around forever. So it got me thinking. We have all these Mark 1s, Mark 2s.
Oh boy.
Eventually, we're going to have the Avenger Titan Mark II, and that'll be a new ship. And we'll have to resell that, and that'll have the gold standard, and the old ship will just be retired.
No, that's not at all what they've said they're going to do. No, they've explicitly said that's not how they're going to do Mark IIs.
But
when they did
what happened with all those Hornets? They had the Hornet Mark II.
Because Chris
Different
Roberts 10 years ago wanted to have the concept of a classic car version of a ship. And they already had the new model for the Hornet for Squadron 42. So, there. Easy.
Oh, okay. Well, don't be upset when it happens.
Oh my God.
I gotta say, you're both very convincing on that. Because they did do it with the Hornet, right? Now, you got a free upgrade though if you already had the Mark 1, right?
Nope.
No.
Damn. Well,
there's no money in a cure, man. There's only money in treatment.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, what they can do is when they make a let's say a Titan Mark II, they build off the original one. They could do the gold pass at that point in order to justify the time spent on it while modifying it to now make a Mark II with the same features, the same gold pass, maybe some up armored stuff and some more guns, but if it's built off the same frame, they should be able to still do it and achieve both at the same time. Because I do think that there should be progression in designs because
feed Peter without robbing Paul.
Yeah.
But still, there's still some new money coming in.
Yeah, I think that would be a perfectly reasonable way to do it.
Well, and then the Mark 1s would be like, they'd be like vintage. They'd actually be pretty cool in that respect. If they get the upgrade and if they get the same love, then people with the Mark 1s, there'd be a lot of people who maybe don't want to upgrade it. Like maybe with a combat ship, you're like, oh, I need to have the meta. But if I'm getting an upgraded, exploration ship or whatever, maybe that vintage one is cooler.
Why would you fly the ship that's less good than the new Mark II?
Well, the difference between the Mark 1 and 2 Hornets isn't that significant, so.
But the Mark II is better than the Mark 1, right?
Marginally?
Yeah, but the
who would know?
With the current balance? But that's working off the current balance, and that's never something to work off of.
But my car...
That's all we have to work off of for right now. That's
also fair.
All things being equal, that's the only thing we can work off of.
It's like a few percentage points at best. It's so small.
But it's still better, right?
Yes, but at the same time, my 2019 is better than my 2001 car. I mean, you're going to have refreshes, and I think that's going to be expected, and I think that they should do that more because, yes, why isn't there a new model all the time? So with cars, it's every 3 years, usually, they do a refresh on the model. And then every 6 years, they'll do a whole new model, So it makes sense to do those incremental things. I think it's a good way for people to just be able to have more variety, justify the thing, boost the sales,
I think it's just another way to rationalize getting people to spend more money.
Yeah.
Well, 100%. Yeah. Well, speaking of someone who's spent a little bit of money in the game, we do have another guest waiting for us.
Oh, this guy's a whale.
This
I know
guy
him.
will, and he'll tell us. He knows. I bet. I kind of don't want to let him in because I picture him like festering in his seat, listening to us screaming at his screen. So I kind of want to keep him in there. But maybe Hobo, you want to introduce this next fella?
Sure thing. Well, he's our glorious leader who has led us into battle many times and is very bad at parking ships. It's Murphy Jack.
Hello, everybody.
Murphy
Hello.
Jack, welcome to Open Comms Radio. What's up with that fin thingy?
Yeah, that thing, like, I think it's cool. I like how it looks until it flipped over. And I was like, what?
Yeah. And
It
then you
kind
see
of
the fin.
looks, it reminds me of like a dolphin. And if they keep that fin down there, it's like,
It's
you
a
know,
very happy
interesting.
dolphin.
Yeah, like it's like, it's hard to unsee. But it's cool. I like the direction they went with it. It's different and it's follows with their, their snubs. I like it. I'm interested to see what variants they come out with, but
Racing should be easy.
I know, right? That'll be
Take those guns
kinda
off
cool.
Grayson's
and
gonna
bada
need 2
boom, bada bing.
fins.
Yeah, just add
Do you
more
think-
fins.
Think like that with the Peregrine, right?
Yeah.
It'd be cool to see those two and the 350R, right?
Mhm.
I guess I'm 50, but interesting to say the least. But as far as like I heard the Hornet talk, we know like we have people that have the F7A Mark One, right? And Xenovis, who I haven't seen in a while, but I know he has the one, and he like specifically would fly that in PvP just for the sake of the cool factor.
Mhm.
And it
And
was
to
good.
brag.
I mean, he was really good with it.
Yeah.
And as far as the meta is obviously constantly changing, but yeah, the Mark II F7A, especially with, well, not so much now, but especially in the other 4.0 patches where you could put the Super Hornet turret on it and get an additional 8 size 1 missiles. It's hard to beat. But that, that in lore and everything, that is the fighter, right? So it made sense. And I don't know how I kind of was a little like, Mark 1, Mark 2, is this going to be a continuation or is it going to be, is this just a one-off because this was already established in the lore, right? I mean, we've been seeing the F7A Mark II at IAE since what? 2940, was it 49, I think?
Well, and back then it was a reward. It was a reward for completing
Well,
Squadron 42, right?
No.
No?
Not that one.
What?
God.
That's for the F7. Was A?
No.
Well,
No.
there's a lot of ships. I'm getting confused. I'm sorry.
No. As in that was never stated ever. People that's an old wives' tale, is the idea that CIG would give you a some full ship or whatever for finishing Squadron 42.
Oh,
No,
really?
that's never
I've been
been stated ever.
propagandized by the community.
Yes.
Is that the same ship they said they'd never sell?
No, that's also been taken out of context, but
But didn't they
no.
say they would never sell that ship? It was a reward?
The F8C,
Yeah.
F7, F8C, yeah.
F8C.
they'd never
The golden
said that.
ticket.
Right.
Well, anyway.
All right. Well, that's it for the show today.
There's a lot about the word access to that people ran away with that Chris Roberts said at one point, and it's been taken horribly out of context ever since.
Well, if we've learned anything, that don't put too much weight on what Chris Roberts says, especially when he's in front of hundreds of people.
Yeah,
At
he's
an-
had
at
a
an
problem
event.
with that.
Yeah.
But he also
Anyway.
said he wanted a classic car ship, and 10 years later, here we are
Okay.
with a classic car ship. So that happened.
That's true.
I didn't like it. Trust me. As much as I am pointing out that it was kind of a one-off, I hated it. I thought it was stupid. I thought it should have been a flat-out offer an upgrade for free for owners of the one, Mark One, etc. But it's just, it happens. And people like the Mark II. Like, I've heard a lot of Like if Schweet was here, he could tell us how much he loves his Hornets. He is horny for Hornets.
He buys all the Hornets.
He buys all the Hornets. It's like the one ship he always buys.
I mean, the F7A is what I always fly. I mean, meta aside, I always liked it seeing it at the show. It was always just like, man, that thing it's great. It's really cool. And I do believe eventually, well, I hope they can figure out a balance with everything, but I do think maybe even this patch, the F7A is going to get dethroned.
Oh,
Why
by,
would you say that?
Well, the light fighter love. You go up 1-on-1 against a light fighter with somebody that knows what they're doing. I mean, you can't do much in F7A.
Well, we were just talking about how useless they are.
Which light fighters?
Light fighters, because you have the Idris, you have the big ships. So you come, if you're PvP and if you're in the verse, in the PU, you come across a light fighter. But if you're in a big ship, who cares?
Yeah, I mean there is that, right? But in
With
a
pack
group
tactics.
setting,
Yeah. With pack tactics, we've taken down Polari before.
With light fighters? I
A
don't think
mixture
so.
of craft.
Well, with the
admittedly.
Auroras,
well,
Well,
yeah, but that's
Oh, hey, talk about a special ship. You can't get an Aurora anymore.
that I think is getting a Mark II for the reasons previously stated about designs evolving. That is an exception I'll say is I think we'll get a Mark II for the Aurora because it's such an old ass design.
With a fin.
Do you think we'll
and
get
they should.
a Mark II Aurora with Squadron 42 and Star Citizen combo package?
It'll be a reward when you complete the Squadron 42.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what they were. People were saying.
Uh-huh.
All right. We can't beat.
They will probably try and give us a pre-order date, and we know how CIG is with dates. And at that point, then they could sell us Squadron 42 again.
What's an Aurora Mark II gonna be?
I don't know, more wings,
More
more
boxy.
Dorito,
A couple fins?
some more fins. I genuinely don't know.
Will that make the Mark I more valuable in anyone's eyes?
It's an Aurora.
Yeah,
There's
but it's
not a
like,
lot of people out there that absolutely adore Auroras, so
But I fly it a lot. I have one.
It's
And I
not a
fly it all the
bad
time.
ship. It's kind of cool. I think it was my first ship. Or no, I had a Mustang when I first pledged. I mean, it was. I think what was really cool about it for the time was that you can get into it and then go to the seat instead of just hopping into the cockpit. And for a lot of games that was rare.
Right.
Yeah, it was a big
and
deal.
there was a time in 322 the LN was like actually very good at fighting.
Yeah, it was
PvP.
super nimble.
Yeah.
It is pretty small, so like it's not a bad ship. I won't say that. I just feel like the design is so old that I would not be surprised if they do a Mark II for
Kind of
that.
like a classic, huh?
Yeah, like a classic car. Thanks, Chris.
I mean,
Thank you, Chris Roberts.
the
Peace
more
be upon him.
variety, the better, because it only makes sense. This is not a small. It's not supposed to be a small galaxy. It's supposed to be lived in spacefaring civilizations that have been around for hundreds of years. Somehow turned an entire planet into an ecumenopolis in a random, boring system. I mean, these are things where you should see more variety. There should be a lot more variety, and I don't mind them selling ships because they got to pay these guys. They got to keep going. Even after 1.0 comes out, they're gonna have to keep selling ships, and that's fine.
Oh, you think they're not going to move to skins? You think they're just because this is something they have said, and don't I've heard them where they're not going to sell ships after 1.0.
It wouldn't make any sense for them not to sell ships.
Wow. Is anyone standing firm on this, or is everyone just rolled over?
No,
I
I think they
don't
should
know.
make a subscription, but everybody's against that. Me when I say bring
Chris
that up.
is against it too. He has come out very strongly against making it a subscription only.
Yeah, I don't need a subscription to play my game. Dude.
I mean, look at
I
like
mean-
collectibles, skins, you
Yeah.
know, skinned armors, skinned guns, whatever. Like there is a lot they could do. There's people are gonna soak that up.
Base building
Yeah.
stuff. That's gonna get
Yeah,
a
look at
lot.
that. Like furniture, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Board
realistically,
skins,
Pets. Can we talk about little,
pets.
you know,
mhm,
maybe that's
Yeah,
coming?
cats.
You get a
The
Moopsie.
flat cats.
What would your pets do
Oopsie.
though? I mean, they just follow you around.
Probably
drink your
die a lot.
bones.
Well, I think if they're gonna do something like skins or pets or anything, I think they should if they're gonna do that, they should do it in a twofold way to keep monetization coming in and make it kind of fair. Make it in such a way where you don't just buy the skin and you have it. You buy like the blueprint, but you still have to make it, gamify it, and you still have to make it in game. You still have to have the resources. You still have to build the thing, and then you can apply it. That way, people that don't want to buy it, they can still maybe find a skin by it's a drop or it's a loot box or they
Yeah.
go exploring and find it, and maybe it has a limited amount of times that it can be crafted or applied or whatever, whereas maybe if you buy this do a purchase of something like that and you build it in game, it's more of a permanent thing. I
Yeah.
don't know, it's just
Yeah.
kind of spitballing.
So,
But-
Wicket, can I buy your blueprint, or can I trade blueprints with you?
I'm sure you could. Like, let's
Player
say
to
if
player?
they're, like we have no idea how they're going to implement crafting, but if the blueprint system has worked in many different kinds of games, and it's something that could be traded.
Yep.
Something that can be discovered. It could be a drop. It could be a discovery, or it could some things could be crafted. And then there's higher end things that some of the blueprint crafting type systems in some games, they have research and development where you can spend time to make the blueprint better than it was, or combine multiple blueprints, or combine variations of blueprints to make a better end result. I mean, there's sky's the limit. If they could really invest some time and effort into fleshing it out and designing something that they could bring into an MMO type setting. That whole crafting, and then that crafting goes into base building. If they just have it to where you just flop down a module and you throw the resources into it to build it, I mean that's going to be boring.
And this game needs to last 10 years at least. And for a game like that, you look at Star Trek Online, their model is they sell ships. And those ships have traits or special equipment that you can put on other things, but it's the way they've stayed afloat for going on 15 years. And Star Citizen has to last at least that long to make any of this worth it. And so, I mean, in the modern world, your games survive by selling things. And there's not necessarily anything wrong with that as long as it doesn't create a power imbalance. Then it's fine if it's cosmetic stuff. If it's just, hey, this looks cool, it's fine. If you're selling ships, but you can also get those ships in game through maybe extraordinary measures, but that's fine.
All right. Well, I do want to move the next part of this conversation over to things coming up, things we know, things we see,
Mhm.
things things that maybe some of us have played. So I know a couple of you, at least two of you here, have played the Onyx Facilities. Hobo mentioned it earlier. I don't want any spoilers, okay? But Murphy Jack, Hobo, Anubis, did you play the Onyx Facilities?
I have not yet.
All right, so Murphy, Jack, and Hobo, can you give us a little one sentence what to expect and how you like it?
Murph, you want to go first?
Well, first off, I could do like one word, amazing. And like it is, if this continues, this level of environmental, just the building, the feeling, the sound, all that, like they nailed it. They absolutely nailed this. It's the first time ever I played this, and I felt like I got immersed in wanting to know what the fuck is going on here, like story wise. Like I was, you when we go to do the worm, you see the little recording devices, and you listen to them. You're like, okay, yeah. You kind of half listen a little bit, and then you listen, and it's like, oh, Dr. Yora, da da da.
Yeah, you kind of
But
get it.
here, you're like, I gotta find that. I gotta find what the hell's going on in this room. What the hell is that? What is
How
that?
did they do that? What
Like,
is that? Yeah. All
and then you're like, you're looking around, you're like, look at that guy. It's like, it's crazy.
All right. Well,
It's
I
really
got
interesting.
a question for you. Is it on the same level or better than the Dune MSQ that we played?
It's on that level.
Is
It
it on
is.
that level?
I
Oh,
think it's on. It's not as big as that, obviously, but as a singular location. So
mhm.
like, pick a singular location in Dune. It's on that level, 100%.
Oh, that's cool then, because that was very well done.
So look, man, I liked the resource drive conceptually. I thought they did really, really good with that, but the bugs ruined it. What are the chances of bugs ruining this experience for me when I pop in there?
minimal?
72%.
From listening to
I
that ISC today, it's probably pretty high.
well, I mean, before just quick, Hobo, I'll just say, like, it can ruin your mission maybe if the mission bugs out, but you like, if you go there your first time going there and your mission bugs out, you're not gonna be angry. You're gonna be like, holy shit, because just in a sandbox way, this is really well done. Like,
So I don't get it. Is it a sandbox? Is it what is this? Because they reclassified it from a
it's
co-op zone to a sandbox.
They shifted that away. They shifted the co-op zone stuff away. That this is a different thing.
Okay, so it's a different
They
thing. So it is a
swapped it.
sandbox activity.
Can
and
multiple people show up there that have
Yes.
nothing to do with each other?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
that's something that is going to need work. There is high potential of being griefed, but a good thing is that there's 120 of these, and you have to have the mission to get in, right? You can't just fly there and go in without the mission, right? Or am I thinking of this
No,
wrong?
you're right. You're right. You're right.
Somebody can sit outside and just snipe you when you come back out, or snipe you on the way in.
Well, it's a
right?
hangar, and
Yeah.
I believe it's a personal hangar. So if somebody, yeah, because I got attacked by a Gladius and they couldn't come in, because if they came in, they would get stowed. So it's
Yeah.
Uh,
It's
That's
soft
your ship.
instanced, as I've called it, because it's not real instancing. It's not.
can somebody
Uh,
fly their ship? Ram you?
I mean, same as at a city.
Yeah.
So is this Bunkers 2.0?
I hope so,
Okay.
because it's an instance hangar too, by the way. So like, it's not. It's like kind of like Wicklow. You go there, you get your own hangar.
And are the stories the same, or are they dynamic? Do they change?
Oh, it's just a set missions. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we've done. I don't know what we got up to, 6 or 7. But it's
No,
the same.
don't give away the whole bag.
No, it's a story. This is a story, so it's
I
not.
think what Nubis is getting at is replayability.
Yeah.
I'm awed
Yeah.
the first time, but am I going to be able to play this 24 times and still feel, good about it?
I think so. And the replayability is logically inserted into the world. Without spoiling anything, it's, hey, go back and check on this. And logically, okay, it would make sense that maybe something had changed and they want new data. So you got to go back.
But
Okay.
I'll say too, though. I mean, once you complete it and once you're done with it, I mean, that's I don't think there's a big reason to go back, but it's going to take a while to get to that point. It's just the same as in Dune. Or any, I would argue to say any MSQ quest or thing, right? Once
Yeah.
you go there, you do the story. All right. But the thing is they can build on this, I think, too. This can get, like the worm going and collecting resources, right? This has
Yeah.
that potential too. So
Well, that's kind of the thing that it's been so far, is that they have these wonderful things and these wonderful experiences that you try once and then you did it and then you move on to the next one. It's an amusement park style MMO, and I'm hoping that they do take some sort of generative AI to implement
No.
new stories into the game, because if they can't do it themselves, then at least have something that can make something randomized and personal and depending upon your own, you know, unique set of abilities, skills, and reputations, in order to be able to use places like these and breathe new life into them.
I don't know, Nubis. That may be your unpopular hot take.
I have
To
many
use
thoughts
AI.
on that, but
AI took my job, Nubis.
there's
AI gave
no
me a
way
job, unfortunately.
there's no way an AI could replicate what they did with these missions.
No, but I mean, again, it's one of those things where you do have, the replayability factor, um, generating new missions and new stories, that can keep people coming back while keeping it dynamic. Maybe, oh no, Xenothreat invaded this place. Like you could just spawn different NPCs in there, things
Mm.
like that. I mean, like just make it so random and so crazy, that it's not like the last thing. It's a whole different story. But it can generate them on the fly, which, yeah, I know it does kind of suck, but it's only for these types of missions that just repeat and repeat and repeat. The main missions, the main stories that are written, they still have their relevance. But every time I go into a bunker, I kind of want something to think about.
I just want more missions. I want the missions back that we had before we start getting into something like that, or
Oh
even
yeah.
Yeah.
approaching something like that. Like we need to get what we already had back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Oh, it looks like
maybe
we
more
do-
voices.
Yeah. I don't want to cut you off there, Nubis, but we do have a guest. We have a new guest. A fresh meat, so to speak. So we're gonna pull up
Meat.
this new guest here for the end of the show. This guy, what a gentleman. Wild card. Welcome to Open Comms Radio, your Star Citizen call-in show.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for
What's
stopping
with that
by, dude.
fin thingy?
say it again, Obo.
What's with that fin thingy?
That's for you, wild card.
That's for you.
Is it okay? I'm not sure I understand the reference. I'm sorry.
It's the ship dick.
Oh,
Oh,
and
really? That's what did it?
with
huh?
the
Oh,
wolf.
that's how you have to.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That's what
Yeah.
I kind of
All
guessed
right.
this is gonna be.
Well, if you put it in terms I can understand, then
All right.
absolutely.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So what's
Awesome.
with it?
Yeah.
What's with it? What are your thoughts about the ship deck?
Well, I really don't have much in the way of those kind of thoughts. I did pick the ship up because it looks interesting and a sucker, but
Have you flown it?
I have not yet. No.
Okay.
It was just looking at it, and I have the Merlin that's attached to my Connie, and I've flown that in races and different things, and it was a lot of fun. So I had, based on what I saw on the infomercials, I thought that this would be nice and nimble and probably something to play with. And shiny new toys, it's really hard for me to resist.
Understandable.
But you guys were talking about bunkers earlier, and that kind of piqued my interest.
All right.
And as usual, I apparently come in on the tail end of things when you guys are just about wrapping up. But what I found to be interesting in the PTU was that the regular bunkers have changed. Like I do a lot of Hurston bunkers, and they had added rooms and they changed things, so there was it was different. And then the layer of difficulty was increased dramatically by the sheer amount of security forces that were there. Like, I mean, at this point, you probably don't even have to go to the bunker to defend it because they can defend themselves. But the real challenge is going to be not shooting one of the good guys while you're there.
Yeah.
I mean, and that it's like a crazy amount, right?
If I shoot a good guy, what happens? Is there a penalty?
Straight
Yes.
to jail.
Well, no, not necessarily because when I've been in some of them when they're bugged, you know what I mean? Like all the elevators are occupied by good guys, and you can go in and take a good guy down and tractor him out of the elevator, so the mission actually goes off instead of just have to abandon it and go to the next one. And even if you shoot one of the good guys, if you don't kill him, you'll get a crime stat 1 or 2 depending on how severely you injured him. But if you kill him, then 3, yeah, you're going to jail. The whole bunker's going to kill you. But I was recently.
Are they really good guys if they're Hurston?
Well, you pick your bunker. It doesn't matter. They all act the same. But I'm not going to get into the fascist comments. And the other thing is, you're going to get. I've been in a bunker with a crime stat too, where I had injured people in the bunker and the guards didn't shoot at me. So I think it's at this juncture, it's only homicide that they're going to shoot you for.
Yeah, crime stat's been wonky in live too. I've been like having crime stats on and off, and like I haven't been clearing them, and I don't know. It's been kind of weird.
I mean, they had the system down. What the hell happened?
Server mission.
I picked them up. I picked them up randomly. Just I was in a bunker. I left the bunker, no incidents, and all of a sudden, crime stat 2.
Yeah, yep. I mean, I've had similar experiences with all that. Okay, so Onyx Facilities sound pretty cool. I'm actually really looking forward to them. 4.3, it looks like, is going to drop soon.
Probably tomorrow.
Supposed to be tonight, but I believe elevators are causing seizures. Because of course they would.
Bro,
don't
say elevator.
Sorry.
Elevator.
Let's see what else. And the wolf currently breaks reality when you're flying away with it. Because yeah, of course it would.
What do you mean it breaks reality?
You are still tied to it when you leave it. So when you store it, it streams out nothing and everything.
Ugh, okay, I can't deal with that.
Wait.
Okay, so
Sorry.
4.3
just Ben's existence or what?
Yeah, something like that from what I've gathered.
Did he become a god?
No, I think it just like breaks servers and breaks you.
And we're back to
breaks
the
you can't go quantum. You can't go that fast with a fin sticking out your bottom.
Yeah,
scientifically, physics-wise, Einstein knew this. Oppenheimer knew this.
He said no fins.
No
fins on ships.
Dicks.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good Einstein.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Einstein. Okay, so which means 1 stone. I don't know. Anyway, 4.3 is coming out. We know what's in it. We have 4.4, and then 4.5 it looks like for the rest of the year. We may only get maybe 2 or 3 more patches this year, right? Because they said they were going to do 10, and I don't think they've missed a month yet. Have they missed a month this year?
I feel like Invictus was a little off, but otherwise, no.
So we may only get 2 more patches this year. If they said they were going to do 10 and they've already done 8. Have we had has it been 8 patches? This would be the 8th.
Wow.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Wiki, you know how to count things. You tell me.
I don't know. Earlier, he didn't seem to know how to count.
Okay. So, very quickly, we're going to go around. I'll go around to each one of you. What do we think we're going to get within these next 2 patches by the end of the year? What are we looking forward to? How about your co-host? I'll start with you.
All right. So I think we will see, outside of the normal patch cycle, a very broken, very buggy, very stripped down base building build
You think they're
by
going
the
to have
end of the
base
year.
building before engineering?
Engineering. Yeah.
Interesting.
And this is the cynical part, they can sell base building stuff.
There it is. There it is. Wild.
Okay. Well, I think that we will see engineering, and the reason I think that is because if you've been following the game formerly known as Jump Ship, that's now called Space Jump, they have the rudimentaries of engineering in that game. Extinguishing fires and changing fuses and that sort of thing, components. And I think that much like we see the Valakar appear when Dune arrives. In order to keep themselves relevant, I think that SIG will probably be pushing engineering before the end of the year.
Okay.
I like that.
think
I
we
like your
could-
reasoning.
it could
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah. Murphy Jack, what do you think we're going to see these next couple of patches before the end of the year?
3 letters, 1 word. Nix.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, you're one of those, huh?
I'm one of those.
I'm not on the Knicks team.
Really
I don't
hope.
know.
I
I'm
hope-
with Murph.
I hope we get it.
I'm
I don't
Team
see why
Nick.
we wouldn't. I mean, well, we're not going to get into the spoilers, but
Okay. So
I
there's
feel it
something
makes
you.
sense.
Okay. All right.
It would be a good conclusion to the story. That's all I'll say.
I see. All right. Oh, that's too much already.
That there's a story and it could have a conclusion?
Clever. Very, very clever.
Mm.
Lord Anubis. Baby, what are you going to see this year?
World War III, just before the last patch of the year.
Well, wait, hold on. Talking about Star Citizen still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, I thought
We
were
haven't
just
had the
talking about.
eugenics war yet.
Yeah. So I guess it'd be till next year. We're still on track with that timeline.
Irish unification, though. Don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think so, but can't be 100% correct. Yeah, I do think rudimentary base building, something like you could put a hab down. We could see that a test build. But honestly, not really seeing too much other than that. I mean, I think they're really going to be concentrating on like weather and visuals rather than gameplay.
Ugh. That's the saddest take I think we've gotten.
I love snow.
Yeah.
Snow's
Me too.
great.
I'm happy it's coming in. Don't get me wrong, but
We need bases and crafting before we need snow.
To each his own with that. I don't agree with snow, but in the game, yeah.
Oh, like in real life, I'm not a fan of snow. But in
I
the
love
game,
looking at it.
A little bit.
As someone who lives in LA, what is snow?
Over there, you call it cocaína.
Cocaína?
Cocaína. It's a little different.
Yeah. Okay. So they
I've been to LA. You guys got a lot of mirrors. A lot of mirrors in that city. Let me tell you. Wicket. Next couple patches. What do you think you're going to see?
Salt, tears, controversy, and a lot of explaining, and more or less more of the same what we've seen all year and every other year that we've been doing this. I'm not too hopeful for the rest of the year, to be quite honest with you.
Wow. Do you think coming in, if you play this new content that Murphy, Jack, and Hobart are talking about, do you think it'll turn you around? You think it'll turn that frown upside down if you really enjoy it?
Doubtful. Like, I don't know, man. It's just I just have my enthusiasm for SC has just kind of the balloon the air's gone out of the balloon, man. They'd really have to, you know, they'd really have to bring something really awesome and new and something really attractive to me in my gaming experience that I'd want to take part in to get me to be excited and to get back into it. I mean, the only thing I do for these joysticks anymore is dust them. That's about it.
Well, dusting your joystick doesn't mean what I think you means.
It means that too. It means that as well.
But yeah, I mean, I was super hopeful, but everything I've seen so far, it's just been one long disappointment after another. I mean, I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm just not. I'm just not seeing it. I'm hopeful for things to be better, but I'm just not seeing the results.
With those Onyx facilities, though, man, those things are amazing.
They are.
Once the game goes live after a couple of days, I'll get into it and see.
All right, and who here's finished their resource drive?
About halfway done. A little over halfway.
Haven't even started. Don't even care.
Hurston.
Interesting.
Hurston.
I haven't finished it either, but I was pretty pissed off about the ISC or whatever. The gaslighting about the elevators.
Jared's apology episode?
Yeah. It was total for like 1 in 1,000 people. Like, shut up, dude. 1 in 1,000 people. Oh, it was so rare. We couldn't really track it. Shut up.
Yeah,
That's not what he said.
It is what he said.
No, it's
they
not.
turned it out and they framed it as they minimized it.
He
and then
said
acted
what he
like
heard
it was
might
so
be different.
rare.
That's what he heard.
It acted like it was so rare that they couldn't have really seen this coming. Yeah, but people were saying it was happening on the PTO, and cargo elevators have always been an issue. And that's the thing. It's like it's always been an issue, and to base an entire event on cargo elevators and then act like, well, we didn't know they were going to break, and we need that much more data because it's so rare. We haven't really seen it. Come on. They knew.
Yeah, they knew. There's no way they didn't know.
They just didn't really care.
Yeah, and I think that's what hurts the most.
Yeah,
I know.
I don't think we watched the same episode, but okay.
It is very, dude. So and thank you everyone. Yesterday we didn't record the show. I had LASIK surgery, and if you want to talk about lies, when you have that surgery and they tell you, "Oh yeah, you'll be fine," like 4 to 5 hours after it, you'll be able to like go on your computer and stuff. Total lies. First of all, I'm a vampire. Any light was so damaging. But second of all, my eyes were completely swollen shut. And I was just crying the whole time afterward. Now I'm fine, but they really played down speaking of playing down, they really played down the symptoms.
Can you see any better?
Dude, I can see things. Yeah, it's wild, dude. All I had to do was swipe my credit card and let someone beam into my eye. He blasted my eye. I mean, if you want to talk about sci-fi, dude, this experience. First of all, every tool in this place I went to looked like it was a 1950s version of the future. There were rings of red light that I like had to stare into. There were small little computers that made little like noises and stuff, and they're like, follow the light, and everything looked like tricolor. Like everything I'm looking at was like, when they first had like color TVs and stuff, and they were like tricolor TV, and they had like the old footage or those old, maybe in like the Bond movies, how you had those multicolored like circles pan across the screen. Like everything looked like that. And then you go into a room and he shoots a laser into your eye.
He just walks up and says, "Here, look."
And of course, my doctor was Eastern European as well. And
Yeah,
Well,
look.
here, look into a lot. Look into a lot. This is good.
Yes. He's like, "Do you have any questions?" Any
Acme
questions?
Laser Company.
Yeah.
I work for a laser company.
Yeah.
No,
You're the
Mr.
Road
Bond.
Runner, and Wile E. Coyote did the search.
It
I
is.
expect you to see.
Yeah. So if you do ever get that, the 5 hours after it are actually going to be pretty painful. They play that down. So you just try to knock yourself out. But they say, like, don't rub your eyes, don't touch your eyes, don't rub your eyes, and then they give you eye drops, and the eye drops make your eyes itch like crazy. So it's a little sadistic.
Did you get like a
You think
cone?
they just did that just to do it?
You put your head in a cone of shame.
I have these terrible sunglasses on all the time. I'm wearing them right now. It's nighttime.
You wear your sunglasses at night, huh?
I'm
Yeah.
just picturing you in a dog cone of shame.
Yeah.
That would
I
be
see
kind of
it.
funny, but I had a friend of mine who had that LASIK surgery, and he ever since he's had migraines consistently.
Oh wow.
Never had them before.
Oh, dude, don't do this to me. I hope not. I haven't had any migraines yet, so.
Well, they also have the new thing, Vizient ICL, where they basically they take a contact lens and like sew it to your eye.
My dad has that.
Thinking about that one.
Yeah, when
That's
you
new?
they slice off like the top of your eye, and they sew a new lens on top.
My dad did that like 20 years ago, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's been around forever. But when you look at somebody who has that, they have this twinkle in their eye all the time.
They're twinkle in their eye.
Just thinking of a twinkle, like an old Disney movie, you know.
Literally, the light will reflect off of their eye in a certain. It looks like a twinkle, man. My mom had it too before she passed, and it was weird. But I mean, it helps their vision. It's for cataracts.
Yeah.
Could hum the
no,
Disney song, but the copyright bots would kill us.
There's copyright bots.
It's Twitch.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
I better
Oh yeah.
run.
I get copyrights every time I put a like a trailer in. Like the last episode, I put the Superman trailer in.
In a world,
You're right. It's okay.
where
There's a
we
trailer, so you can use it.
imitate trailers. One
Superman
man
is good,
gets
man.
a copyright strike.
Have any of you guys watched the new Alien Earth?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I watched the first episode, which was excellent. It was pretty good. And I'm like, oh God, not again. It's after that, it's no good in my mind. I don't know if you.
I don't know what you're talking
It's kind of dumb.
Is
well,
it derivative?
First of all,
No.
No, it's a prequel to the Alien franchise.
Oof. All right.
Hold up.
Can I just say I don't need any more prequel? Thank you. For
Hold up.
anything.
In Alien, none of that shit really even matters because like the movies skip hundreds of years between them, so it really doesn't matter. But the core of like Alien is that grab for power, that corporate grab for power, and then there is they actually introduce that in a new and interesting way that isn't repeated. Like it's kind of cool. And obviously in the story you see this in the trailer is that you get this kid and they put her into an adult body, and
You're
that
gonna go into spoilers now.
that isn't really a spoiler. I mean, it's in the trailer, but I mean it's one of those things that introduces an interesting element to it that I actually really like. They nail the damn aesthetic. like it looks like the the 70s, or it looks like 1980. When I mean, it looks good. It looks like Alien. Um, and I think that they've introduced some interesting things to it that is fresh, and it can go in a lot of ways. But I think that for the first two episodes, that it's really good.
All right. Sounds good to me. So what we're going to do is we're coming up on the end of the show here. Wild card. I don't know if you know that. At the end of every episode, we just go around and I ask everyone if they have something that they'd like to say to Chris Roberts, CIG, or the people on the internet. And so, Wild, you are our last guest. We're going to go backwards this time. So, Wild
Okay.
card, is there anything you want to say to CIG, Chris Roberts, or the people on the internet?
Yeah, longtime fan. Been playing Chris Roberts games since Wing Commander 1, and I haven't missed a single one. And I know that I'm greatly looking forward to Squadron 42, and I've been enjoying spending time with you guys in Star Citizen.
Oh, thank you.
Very good, very good. Who do we have here? We're going backwards. I think it was Murphy Jack. Murphy Jack, anything you want to say to CIG, Chris Roberts, or the people on the internet?
Just keep working on this story. You got something here, for sure.
Neat. All right. Lord Anubis, anything you want to say to CIG, Chris Roberts, or the people on the internet?
Yes. First, to CIG, you knew the thing about the elevators. Come on, stop. Just work on this. Listen to people. To Chris Roberts, yeah, keep selling ships. That's fine. Just give us something to care about in the game that is ours, that we can build upon, that we can care about, and that we can trade with. And that's really what's going to keep this game going for the next 10 years. And sell the ships. That's fine. Just make them available in game 2. That's it. And to the people on the internet, well, there's like one person that's not us listening. So, hi.
Could be that
I'll,
bot.
I'll have you know, we have a handful of listeners. We have a solid handful of regular listeners now. So you're
Grab it with
popular.
one hand. One hand.
You're popular. If you
It's a good handful, though. That one
it's a good
hand,
handful. Yeah,
it's
it's
got
full.
enough in it.
Yeah.
It's full.
Yeah, I bet it's full of them.
All right, Wicked. Anything you want to say to CIG, Chris Roberts, or the people on the internet?
Sandy, Chris,
Except for
Roberts,
her.
Sandy, hold them to account. Hold Chris Roberts to account. And both of you work really, really hard to prove me wrong. I dare you.
Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, Cosmic Hope, you are the co-host. I think before we end the show, we forgot about our special announcement. We were supposed to do it in the beginning of the episode.
Oh, yeah. So, Open Comms is going to have an in-person live show at the upcoming DC Bar Citizen live stream for CitizenCon Direct.
Awesome.
The plan
Right.
so far, I believe, is a pre-show and a post-show. Although you're going to be competing with Jared probably for time for that pre-show.
Oh, is Jared also doing a pre-show?
Maybe.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's a maybe. I spoke to Tyler about, oh yeah, CIG's coming too, for those that aren't aware. And I was speaking to Tyler about it and asked him about a pre-show, and he wasn't quite sure yet if Jared, I mean, there's a high chance that Jared's just going to vamp for like 30 minutes ahead of time. So
He's going to show you the new ship.
he's just going to probably hurt himself and trip and fall again.
And he's going to get some very subdued, laid-back dev to explain the art behind the ship and how it's revolutionary and how it's an inspiration.
Maybe Jonas?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
We'll get
I
Jonas
think we will do that.
on next episode next week. So Open Comms, we're back to the weekly episodes. Cosmic, you did it, buddy.
Yeah, I was here.
Thank you for
See-
co-hosting today. Hopefully we'll have Tav back sooner rather than later. I don't know exactly when he's coming back. And unlike CIG, I am not going to promise a time I am not certain of. So, but we'll be back next week. We're going to keep it going weekly here on Open Comms Radio. Cosmic Hobo, thank you for co-hosting today. Why don't you play us out?
Oh, trying to not think of any copyrighted songs. Da 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 da.
Da 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 da.
Da da da.